Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Day Shift. It's your girl Paulette. I'm hanging out with you today in the Brownstone Worldwide Studios, and we're just going to be going over some news and information that you can use. So y'all get ready. I don't know what we're getting ready to listen to, but yeah. Alan Edwards is getting ready to give us the news, and then after that, we're going to come back and we're going to start talking about what's happening in the Brownstone. Are you ready? Let's get it.
Donald Trump claimed on Saturday.
All right, folks. Anyway, let's get back into it. The news and information that you can use has been silent the last couple of days. So, what we're going to do is we're going to jump right into the news and information that you can use directly from this mouth. Let's talk about it, right? All right, so let's get into it. A couple of things that we want to go over. That, yeah, so all of a sudden, I start talking. So that's how I know. But let's get into some news and information that you can use that I think is really, really, really important. And the first one is there are more layoffs that have popped up. So let's talk about this. About 22 hours ago, companies are still making cuts, folks, and there is no sign of slowing down. New economic data adds color and contour to the picture of the labor market, which looks like this. Evidence of strong hiring is seen in reports from ADP and the Labor Department. However, signs of a cool off are also coming into focus. Job openings declined and layoffs surged in January, while February brought a slower wage growth, a spike in jobless claims, and an unemployment rate that ticked up to 3.6%. Okay, so here are the layoffs that are making headlines last week. Are you ready? Coherent, they make lasers and optical gear, have informed California officials that it will eliminate 108 roles at its subsidiary. Layoffs continue to make their way through Boston-based software companies, with Klaviyo cutting 140 roles, about 10% of the company, according to TechCrunch. Course Hero, a unicorn status edtech company, conducted its first round of layoffs in 17 years. 17 years, letting go of 42 employees, or 15% of the company, according to TechCrunch. Cannabis company Leafly has cut 40 employees, or about 21% of its total staffers. Now, this is the one that really got me, especially knowing that a lot of folks go to this first thing in the morning or during the day whenever the light is on. Krispy Kreme is closing its factory in Concord, North Carolina, letting go of more than 100 workers. The facility made Krispy Kreme snack aisle products, a business that the company is actually exiting. So if you were used to getting your Krispy Kreme donuts or your Krispy Kreme boxes of, sugary goodness in your grocery stores, looks like that's going away. Kaleidoscope, which was a fintech startup, is reducing its workforce by 30%. And the big dog on campus, Facebook, parent Meta, is laying off roughly 10,000 employees and closing an additional 5,000 open jobs, which means that they had jobs that were open. They actually hired recruiters for those and then told them, don't do any hiring. Now, they recently cut like 11,000 jobs, 11,000 workers, or 13% of its staff back in November. And again, they're going to be doing another round of layoffs. Y'all, that's pretty strong if you ask me. So let's also talk about a couple of other things that are happening here in the Brownstone. First of all, the first thing that we want to talk about for sure is Brownstone KCCR, which is a part of Brownstone Worldwide, is actually opening up its doors to new air personalities. The new season actually starts April 9th. So you've got time, folks. You can go ahead and get on the waiting list. If you're looking for an opportunity to share your message with the world and you want to connect with a diverse audience of people who are hungry for information and inspiration and guidance, all you have to do is reach out to us, especially if you've never done this before, right? And we're going to make sure that you get all of the education that you need, keeping it really simple and basic and getting you directly to where you need to be. And that's in front of your audience. If you're looking to grow your business, if you're looking to increase the amount of eyeballs and ears that are on your products, your business, what you're doing, and you're looking to scale up in that particular regard, this is a really great way to do it. All you have to do is go to bit.ly KCCR wait list, bit.ly KCCR wait list, and that's / KCCR wait list. I'm going to go ahead and put that up on the screen just in case you get a little curious and you say, well, I can't see that. Well, let me make sure that you can. Okay. All right. There you go. So we want to make sure that you guys are aware that it is available. All you have to do is get on the waiting list. I know some communication has actually already started for some of our folks who are on that waiting list. Go ahead and become a part of KCCR, the Brownstone. It's a streaming podcasting app. And here's what happens when you become a member. You become a part of the family. Number one, you get a scheduled show at a specific day and time, right? That's pretty cool because then you don't have to worry about whether or not you have to be in position because you already are. That's the coolest part about all of this. The second is the continuous communication and connection with people that are in the exact same industry as you are. That's podcasting and building and growing and scaling your business. And you're using podcasting to do so. This is a great way to do that. And also, it is really, really cool because you get to practice all the time. You know what I mean? So we're going to talk more about that later, especially if you are one of the folks that is going to be taking advantage of being a part of KCCR. I'm going to go ahead and put that back on the screen. Good morning. Good morning to those of you all who are joining us this morning here at KCCR Radio Studios and also Brownstone Worldwide Studios. This is the day shift. We just got finished talking about what is happening in the unemployment. Unemployment is like a thing. You know what I mean? Like so many people are losing their jobs and it doesn't look like it is going to stop anytime soon. So let's talk about childcare costs. Folks, any one of you guys, 380,000 parents, listen, between the ages of 25 and 54 who've held jobs before COVID-19 have been forced to take on childcare roles because a lot of these daycares haven't reopened. Okay. A lot of you guys have decided not to go back to the workforce for a lot of different reasons. But the biggest reason that's been touted is that it just costs too much. All right. So let's talk about it. It's in part due to the struggle to find quality, affordable childcare, which is also fueling the ongoing worker shortage and record low unemployment, economists say. So most of the prime age workers that quit lower paying jobs to support children during the pandemic were in the restaurant and retail sectors, according to the data that's come out. Okay. So the most interesting thing that I can say is that I myself, even though my children are adults, one things that I can say is that when I was a single parent, coming up and my kids were young, it was really, really hard to find affordable daycare, affordable and quality daycare. You can get anybody to watch your kids. Anybody could watch your babies. Doesn't matter. Okay. So, yeah, with that, what I definitely want to say is good luck to those parents that are out there. Good morning. Good morning to those of you all who are joining us for the day shift. I'm actually looking at data right now, y'all. Cameras and stuff going off, screens popping. All right. So let's see. Let's look at this. You guys ready for this one? This one is really interesting. And I find it to be, I actually saw it this weekend. It was on Facebook. It was on Meta. So Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg announced the company's official rollout of its paid verification program in the US. Basically, it's a subscription service, folks, is what it is. Meta Verify launched in some regions on Friday, and it's actually going to allow all users of Instagram and Facebook, as long as they provide a government ID, to pay to have a blue check mark next to their username handle. Now, this new feature is about increasing authenticity and security across their services, Zuckerberg says. So the social media giant follows in the footsteps of Twitter, who rolled it out, Twitter Blue, earlier this year in an effort to get more users to pay to be verified for a monthly fee. So let's talk about the fee, folks. The service will be offered for $11.99 per month for Facebook users who sign up via web browser, and $14.99 for users of Instagram and Facebook who sign up on their mobile app. The paid verification plan will only be available to users ages 18 and over. Now, I want to dig into this just a little bit more. So I actually saw it this weekend when I was scrolling through and I was loading some things to Brownstone Worldwide. And it says that you can actually get on the wait list. So here's what I want you guys to understand and to know. And I really want to dig deeper into this, but I want to make sure that I have all of my ducks in a row. But what we do know is that we saw this coming. People have been talking about this subscription service for some time and what this is going to allow you to do. So a verified badge actually means an account has been verified with a valid ID and may not be well known. So if you're one of those folks you're looking for a way to possibly, and so here's the thing. Nowhere does it say that you're going to get an opportunity to get more followers. It doesn't say that it's going to open you up for all of Facebook or Meta to actually see. It doesn't say any of that, but it does say Meta Verify is a subscription that offers enhanced verification, proactive account protection, direct customer support, and more. Not so sure about that. And the reason why I say that is because I've been all over these internet streets these past couple of days, looking at information about what's happening with the TikTok ban and so forth. And I'm starting to unpeel the onion layers back and learning that there's a whole rabbit hole about what's happening with TikTok, how Meta got involved, what happened, and why President Biden is actually concerned about people like you and me who are able to make decisions for ourselves. Let's talk about that. So this is a rabbit hole that is so big. I was really disappointed. Number one, because it should be fair game. We should not be forcing a company to sell a portion of themselves because you're concerned about American security. You're not. You're concerned about the fact that people have an opportunity to think for themselves. They can literally go and search for what they need. And here's what we do know is that more and more people are getting news and information from places like TikTok. They're getting more and more news and information from sources like YouTube, right? They can go directly to the source. And here's the thing, there's a lot of news and information that never gets found or told on your basic ABC, CBS, NBC, or Fox, right? Because it's only 24 hours in a day. If you end up going over to Facebook, you'll only be shown a specific group of news based upon, I guess, and this is me assuming because I don't know, so correct me if I'm right or wrong, but there's a way that you can be throttled, basically. And you may not get seen by everybody, and you're not going to see everything. There's an entire world of these billions of folks that are using social media that I never get to see because the amount of information that is taken from my views, my watches, my scrolls is what pulls more of that information to me. Now, what's really interesting is let's look at what's happened recently where the Facebook Reels program was actually rolled back. That is because if I can get somebody to smear someone else's company, I don't have to compete as hard. So we're lobbying. We've got people that are lobbying to have this particular situation go away. Here's the hard part, folks. Eyes have been opened, ears have been opened. People are seeing and hearing and experiencing new things. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go somewhere else where freedom of speech is really a thing. You say that we have the First Amendment that's available to us, right? Which is freedom of speech, then allow us to do that. And I'm really, really disappointed in hearing that this is even a thing that's happening right now in this country. We got bigger fish to fry. Let's talk about security. I said this last week, but let's talk about security. If we're talking about security, let's talk about the fact that we have folks who are working for companies that have breached security of people's credit, their bank accounts, all kinds of things. And we're concerned about a company that literally only owns 20% of the majority. I'm so confused because it's something in this still doesn't sound right to me. And again, I've been doing the research. So of course I'm going to come back. I'm going to be sharing a little bit more with you guys about how and why this just don't sound right. I should literally do an entire segment on this show called This Just Don't Sound Right, because it doesn't. It doesn't. And I need to have some clarity in this whole thing. Because I'm over on TikTok. I spend time over there. Not as much as I would like to, right? Because my audience is kind of everywhere. Okay. We're on Bigo, we're on UpLive, we're on several different platforms, Clapper even, you know what I mean? And let's also talk about the fact that we're on Fanbase as well. Okay. And Fanbase is actually a Black-owned company owned by Isaac Hayes, the third, I believe his name, Isaac Hayes Jr., Isaac Hayes the third, either one of those, but Isaac Hayes is son or grandson. I think it's his son. Well, anyway, so at the end of the day, he said that this was coming down the pipe and a lot of people didn't hear what was happening. And so he's opened up the doors of Fanbase for people to go over there and to actually be a part of his community. And I appreciate him for that. I've been over on Fanbase for quite some time, and I would encourage you guys, if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. It does offer subscription services for you to do for your folks, where you can have private chat rooms, you can do private videos, things of that nature, and you are paid for your content. If it's done the way that it is now, when people are being asked to push more content, that actually provides more virtual real estate for places like Facebook and Instagram to actually sell to advertisers. And see, those are the things that I started learning over the weekend. Now, it doesn't take a rocket scientist for you to kind of see literally that that's what's happening anyway. But for it to be validated by people who are actually in the industry, and this is what they do on a regular basis, kind of seals things for me. And again, I'm going to be doing additional research so that I can find out more and bring that back to the fold here in the Brownstone. Now that we are talking about bringing things back to the Brownstone, let's talk about Brownstone Living Magazine and the advertising opportunity that is currently available for folks who want to be in front of the eyeballs and ears of our community here in the Brownstone. What does that look like? Get your business listed in Brownstone Living Magazine for the next 6 months for only $200. What do you need to do in order to get a part of that? Because listen, $200 for 6 months, y'all, that's less than $40 a month. It's less than $40 a month. That's all you got to do. You can actually go ahead and click this link, bit.ly/200 for 206 months. Let me go ahead and put it on the screen so that you can literally see it. bit.ly/206 months. That's all you got to do in order for you to get into the business listing portion of the magazine. Now, the magazine itself, we're going to be talking about that a little bit later. So just hang tight because we've got some busy stuff that is happening. And literally, where's all my stuff? Because I'm sitting over here and I'm just running my mouth and I didn't even pull up what's happening in the Brownstone today for the week. So let's talk about what's happening in the Brownstone today. So for those of you all who are not aware and you're not familiar with Brownstone Worldwide, welcome to the Brownstone. It's your girl, Paulette. I am a part of Brownstone Worldwide. We're in Brownstone Worldwide Studios right now, and we are a media, publishing, and podcasting organization. And we also have an education leg that deals directly with teaching people how to podcast. So let's talk about what's happening in the Brownstone today, because brownstoneworldwide.com has some news and information that you can use. You'll be able to get that a little bit later on in the day. If you have not already registered for the newsletter, go ahead and do so now. I would encourage you to do that because today's newsletter is getting ready to go out. Okay. If you are not a part of the waitlist for KCCR, your newsletter is going out as well. So you'll probably get 2 if you're on the waitlist. So don't be concerned with that. So what's happening this week? This week. Listen, we have so much stuff that is happening that I literally need to go ahead and start adding some of that so you can see for yourself what's happening this week. So listen, we have this week, and it's completely up to you whether or not you want to join us or not, but I want to make sure that you are fully aware of all of the cool things that are happening in the Brownstone. First and foremost, brownstoneworldwide.com. That's where you're going to go. That's the mothership. That's where you'll go for news and information. It's for lifestyle. It's for tips. It's for your money. BWTV is over there. The Brownstone is over there. Cullen's Corner is over there. Dr. Michelle Josie is over there. Nicole Johnson is over there. Leanne Dose is over there. All of these folks are over there. So here's what's happening today. Today is Monday, March 20th. It is also my dad's birthday. So I want to wish my dad, Mr. Hillberry, a very, very, very happy birthday today. Super excited. He's literally 19 years older than me. Can you imagine? I probably could. Here's why. Because at one point I was a 19-year-old new mommy. So yeah, I can absolutely get that he is doing his thing. So first and foremost, here's what's coming up. What I want you guys to do is get ready because KCCR is on right now. Okay. What does that mean? You can listen to some tunes while you're getting ready for your day. You can listen to some inspirational words. And then at 10 a.m., Leanne Dose is going to be giving you Wake Up Happy Sis. Now, how can you access Wake Up Happy Sis? Easy. All you have to do is head right over to the KCCR app. It is an app. You can also go over to kccrthebrownstone.com and you will be able to listen in to Leanne Dose and her show, Wake Up Happy Sis. It is a great way for you to start your day, a great way for you to listen in on what's happening. And you can also watch her on BWTV. Really, really great show. Last week was really good, but honey, the week before that, they talked about sensuality and women's sexuality, and honey, woo-wee, let's talk about that. It was amazing, a really, really good show. If you're a little sensitive, it might not have been for you. If you're a little, oh, that's not for me, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to listen. Then after that, we had our Lunch and Learn series. So our Lunch and Learn series today is actually a replay. And y'all, that's okay. I can literally tell you what it is. Just a second. Y'all should see me over here. I'm twisted and turning. I got a computer here, over there, up there. Okay. Just trying to stay on top of everything. But where I'm sitting, I'm going to call this the main hub. And this is where we sit and do our meetings and all kinds of stuff. We sit at this huge table and all of that. But let me tell you what is coming up today. It is actually a replay that is coming up today. Let me see what it is. It's already loaded. It's already ready to go for you. And I believe it's Anisha. Is it Anisha? Yeah, it's Anisha Smith. Anisha and Quan Smith is actually a replay. You guys don't want to miss this because this is a husband and wife team. And let me share with you some of the products that they actually have. These guys are on Etsy. They have their own website. It's called Inspiration by Zane. And it's actually a mashup of their daughters' names. And also they sell this.
Rich badness, them know a gunman style. Big Ben spark up and last dick pan Kyle. Boss head go and go run man file. Be a killer we part with from we are juvenile. And we are on the ground. What else? Badness, where them a say? And we have up the artist set a guy, where them a say?
Reflections by Zaina. Okay, all you have to do is go ahead and check them out, Reflections by Zaina. And y'all, they're also on Amazon. Go ahead and check them out. And as you can see, they do like the little tags or the badges for Black medical professionals. So definitely check them out. And it's not just the badges, it's bags, it's backpacks, it's gear, it's surgical masks and caps that you can get directly from their business. So if you want to find out how they got started and what they did, the replay from their Brownstone's Best Business Review is actually airing today at 11. Then at 12 noon, of course, you'll get the Hot Lunch Mix. That is where you're going to get a mashup of different sounds from different DJs around the world. Then we go right back into talk radio. But a lot of those are going to be replays because we're midday. And if you missed anything from last week, we replay those up until about 5 p.m. Then at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course, you have the Nicole Johnson with Girl, Your Money Matters. Y'all, check this out. You ready? Mercedes Eckert is joining the Nicole Johnson, the financial executor, and they're going to be talking about, here's the topic, how better budgeting and money management helps you live the life you want to live. But here's the thing that you want to pay attention to with this particular show. You want to understand one thing, y'all. Mercedes Eckert, this sister, is the founder of iShop. It is the fastest growing mystery shopping company in the US right now. And she actually teaches people how to strategize better to make a full-time income as a mystery shopper. So you don't want to miss that because she's going to be dropping the tea and the gems, which is going to, of course, lead me to, are you ready? The Power of Prosperity Legacy Summit is coming to the Brownstone. Girl, Your Money Matters host, the Nicole Johnson, and of course, Brownstone Worldwide actually presents to you this particular summit. If you want more information about that, you want to get on the waiting list as we start preparing for that. The actual summit is a virtual summit. We're going to be providing you with the link so that you can get started and those kinds of things. It's Thursday, April 13th through April 15th. We're going to have speakers, special guests, a VIP day, and more. You don't want to miss this because this event is actually designed to help you take control of your financial future while building a legacy. Don't miss this, folks. What I am going to encourage you to do is to go ahead and get on the waiting list for this at bit.ly/Legacy Summit Gym. And that's Girl, Your Money Matters with the Nicole Johnson. She actually airs today. You don't want to miss that show with Mercedes Eckert. And that's actually to get you guys ready because it's going to be super, super, super exciting for you guys to see what happens when she starts talking. If you missed Mercedes' interview with me, it airs tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay. And we dig deep and find out exactly how she got started in the space that she is in. So that's pretty cool. All right. Now, the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about some other things that are coming up for the Corner family. Here we go. So up next is the lunch. Yes, honey, that's me. That's me without the braids in my hair. So the Lunch and Learn Hour, the ladies first finale, a frank discussion on money, power, and respect is airing actually next week, March 30th, but we are doing the taping this week, Wednesday, March 22nd, beginning at 6:30 p.m. If you want to be a part of that, all you have to do is go to bit.ly, Money, Power, Respect, Ladies First. Let's make it even easier. Grab that QR code. I'm going to actually try it on my phone too to let you know that it actually does work, and it's going to take you to where you need to go. So go ahead and save this particular link. It's going to take you to the actual page where you'll be able to log in and become a part of the taping itself. We're going to have a candid conversation. A group of Black women and myself are going to get together. We're going to be talking about what we've experienced in corporate America and in business and how we're actually seen and how we're treated, because it is different. You know, there are times where we've actually been pulled to the side and said, well, we didn't like the way that you said that. Well, I'm sorry. How was I supposed to say that? And why are you taking offense to how I hold conversation when y'all do some interesting things all the way around? I don't even want to get into that. All right. So if you want to be a part of that conversation, you want to share with us what you've experienced, how you've experienced things, then this is what you want to do. And that's to become a part of that particular summit. Then on Thursday, Cullen's Corner Part 2. Why are so many professional Black women still single? The brother's perspective. So some brothers have actually said, we want to come on the show and we want to talk about this. If you want to be a part of that, it is a live show. It is this Thursday, March 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. bit.ly/Cullen's Corner Part 2. Go ahead and grab that QR code. We'll be talking more about that throughout the day and the week, so you don't have to worry about it. We got you covered. Okay? Now, let's continue to talk about what is in the news this week. Y'all, I didn't want to talk about it, but we need to talk about it. Your buddy, your friend. How did we end up in this rabbit hole with this guy? How? Donald Trump is off the chain. Trump ally to appear before New York City grand jury eyeing charges. But let's dig a little bit deeper, because Donald Trump has gotten himself into a little situation. You remember when he paid off Stormy Daniels for doing some things? And he paid her off to hush, and then she didn't. Okay. All right, let's talk about what's happening with old Donald Trump. We got to talk about it. Why? Because he's talking about running for another stint at the presidency in 2024. 2024, as far as I'm concerned, is right around the corner. So what I want you guys to know is that the former New Jersey governor, Christopher Christie, who once had Donald Trump's ear, tried to get inside of the former president's head on Sunday. Now, asked to analyze Trump's behavior and predicting he'll be arrested this week for the Stormy Daniels accusations and urging supporters to protest, the one-time Trump confidant said, the circus continues. All right, y'all. That's all I got for that, because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole with you all this morning. It's really, really important, but it's not, because he's asking people that same base that he relied on to get him into office. He's asking those people to put it all on the line for him again. January 6th insurrection at the White House should have shown people a lot of things right there, that he's quick to throw the rock and hide his hand. Why in the world would you want to stick behind someone who will pay someone off? And there are other accusations that are starting to unfold as well that we've heard about for years, and even had faces and names to go along with them that are just now again starting to surface. And you know, the one thing that I can say about this from my perspective is this: I always remember something that my mother has always said: you reap what you sow. And it may not come back in the way that you put it out, but it comes back and it finds you. So we have to be careful how we treat each other and how we treat people. And it's unfortunate that this has come to this, but at the same token, you have to pay the piper whatever you put out. Remember this: whatever you put out is what you get back. That's it. So if you put out the work, you're going to see the return. If you do the things that you're supposed to do, you'll see the return on what you did. If you did the things that you were not supposed to do, you're going to see the return on what you did. You cannot plant a watermelon seed and expect an apple. It doesn't work that way. Good morning to those of you all who are continuing to join us. And lastly, let's talk about Brownstone Living Magazine. Well, this little issue right here is getting to wrap up. This is the ladies' first edition. If you would like a copy of this particular edition, all you have to do is head over to brownstoneworldwide.com and you will find Brownstone Living Magazine under home. Okay. Again, we still have a couple of weeks left for this particular issue, and we are currently working on wrapping up the next couple of issues already. We have April with the Nicole Johnson on the cover. We're going to be talking about that. later on in the week, and how you can become a part of the people in the neighborhood. Yes, you can. If you're making an impact in your community, we need to know about it so the people in the neighborhood can continue to grow and we can foster amazing relationships with you all, because we want to make sure that you are recognized and you're honored for the work that you're doing with your businesses by impacting your community in positive ways with your 501c3s, what a group of you guys are doing, guys and gals are doing in your community to make it a better place for people. Those are the stories that we want to talk about. Those are the stories that we want to continue to tell, because here at Brownstone Worldwide, one of the things that we pride ourselves on is making sure that we are changing the narrative on how we tell our stories our way. And as the Nicole Johnson always says, one thing is for sure: if in 50 years things are the exact same and the stories that we hear about ourselves as Black and brown and urban individuals in this country have not changed, it's our fault. Okay, definitely remember that, because it is absolutely true. Now, after the Nicole Johnson, then of course we have Marshawn Olanio, who comes on with Love Restored, and she teaches you how to love yourself while seeking out the love that you seek. It's a great show, and it airs directly after the 1 hour show with Girl Your Money Matters and the Nicole Johnson. So again, Marshawn Olanio comes on and she gives you the straight no chaser on love and relationships. Now, let's head on over to Tuesday and Thursday. You don't want to miss this, because Dr. Michelle Josie is going to be talking to none other than Anisha Smith. She's coming back and she's going to be talking about how the numbers and the data didn't lie when she was building her business, she and Quan Smith. You don't want to miss that show. It's a great one. It's a great way to stay connected with what's happening in the Brownstone. And once again, you can check out both shows on brownstoneworldwide.com/BWTV. You can even check it out right here on the platform that you're on, because we make sure that we share that information with just about everybody. Okay, wherever we are, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, several different places. We're also on LinkedIn. We're also on Instagram, and we're on TikTok. We're everywhere. Okay, so you can get us pretty much anywhere. Okay, so do keep that in mind while you are making a decision on how you're going to find us. And then also, that particular show is going to again air on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone. Okay, all right. We've covered a lot of ground today, folks. And what I do want you to know is that if you want that newsletter, you want it dropped directly into your inbox every single day. If I were you, I would go over to Brownstone Worldwide and I would get it. Okay. Number 2, download the KCCR My Brownstone Living, the streaming podcast app, so that you can listen into the shows as they air throughout the day. Okay. The other thing that we want you to do is to get your copy of Brownstone Living magazine. Really, really simple. It's a great magazine. We're continuing to grow. We have some hot stuff that's happening in each one of the issues. Y'all, we're going to be having a lot of fun here. And don't forget, we've got some other things that are coming down the pipe as well. We have an entire month's campaign for KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, where you'll be able to listen in and win prizes. But it's not going to be as simple as you think. We're going to make it a little bit challenging for you. Okay. So make sure that you keep in touch with us by staying connected with the magazine, staying connected with the Weekly Reader, which is our newsletter, and also making sure that you're staying connected with us here in the Brownstone itself. All right, folks, that's my time. I don't want to keep you too much from what you have going on today. Make sure that you stay connected with us throughout the day, because we also have Brownstone Corner Store deals, where we're sharing with you all of the deals from all over the place. And we curate those and put those in our Facebook group. All you have to do, it's free to join, is find Brownstone Corner Store deals, and we got you covered. All right. Okay, you guys, 3 things that I always like to tell you before I end every single show. Are you ready? 1, love your life. It is the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and embrace everything that is your life, because you only get one you might as well embrace and enjoy what you have. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Why? Because 1 breath becomes 2, becomes 3, becomes a minute, becomes an hour, becomes 24 hours, becomes a week, becomes months, becomes years, becomes the life that you created. All right, you guys, I will see you on another edition of The Day Shift. I got to get ready for my first meeting of the day. It's our morning huddle that we have so we can get ready for every day here with you in the brownstone, where we're always here to help you say, welcome home. I'll see you on another edition of The Day Shift. See you guys later. Take care.